how is the connection between happiness and gratefulness? Many people would say, well, that's very easy. When you are happy, you are grateful. But think again. Is it really the happy people that are grateful? We all know quite a number of people who have everything that it would take to be happy, and they are not happy because they want something else, or they want more of the same. And we all know people who have lots of misfortune that we ourselves would not want to have. And they are deeply happy. They radiate happiness. We are surprised. Why? Because they are grateful. So it is not happiness that makes us grateful. It's gratefulness that makes us happy. If you think it's happiness that makes you grateful, think again. It's gratefulness that makes you happy.
When you think you don't have anything, I always say go back to your breath. What I know is that if you just start with your breath and start being grateful for that, it's thinking about what you have versus what you don't have, and focusing on the one thing that you are grateful for increases the energy of gratitude and rises just a little bit the joy inside yourself, just a little bit. If you can just get to one good feeling helps build on another good feeling and another good feeling. Just the idea of saying, I am grateful for my breath. I am grateful that I was able to get up and walk on both legs this morning. And really feel that. I am grateful that I'm able to use my hands. I think about Monica George every time I go to reach for something. Monica George, who was the mother who was on our show, who'd gone into the hospital to have her second child and contracted a disease and had to have both her arms and both her legs cut off. She said, get me out of here so I can get home and take care of my babies. Starting with what you have and what you can do versus what you can't, focusing on the $3 in your wallet will bring you $5 sooner than focusing on the $50 you don't have. So if you allow yourself to get to the space of a good feeling, I don't care what that good feeling is, a good feeling increases more good feeling. In the same way that being in a bad situation and focusing on the bad situation continues to make you feel worse. First thing I do when I get up in the morning is read some kind of spiritual material. I read some kind of spiritual enlightenment. So I start my day with something that is going to put me in a positive frame of mind so that I begin attracting to me positive energy.
The whole process of mental adjustment and attunement can be summed up in one word, and that word is gratitude. If we have challenges in our life that are dominating our thinking, a shortage of money, a business problem, a relationship problem, we will have a tendency to focus on the problem. And by doing that, that adds energy to the problem and the problem grows. Get involved in a process of mental adjustment. See what you want. Don't spend any time looking at what you don't want. See what you do want. Now, the attunement is getting in harmony with the law. All universe operates by law. So you get in tune with the law. Now think of it. The whole process of mental adjustment and attunement can be summed up in one word, and that word is gratitude. When you seem to be overwhelmed with problems, they just don't seem to go away. In fact, they seem to be piling up. Just stop whatever you're doing. Block all that stuff up. And stop and think of everything you've got to be grateful for. That's a pretty big order. But if you will stop and think of all the things you've got to be grateful for, like that, everything will start to shift. You see, when we are having problems, we tend to focus on the problem, and it's poor me. We may even think of ourselves as a victim. But when you stop and think, gratitude, be grateful, and think of all you've got to be grateful for, like that, your energy shifts, your attitude changes, the whole world will change. Gratitude hooks you up with your source of supply. It puts you in harmony with your source of supply. There is only one source of supply, by the way. The entire process of mental adjustment and attunement can be summed up in one word: gratitude. I don't care if it's a relationship, if it's a money, if it's a business problem. Get rid of it by thinking of how grateful you are for what you've got.
Giving attention, that's really what grateful is. All it means is appreciation, giving attention, acknowledging the presence of another life form, another form, and feeling the goodness there. That's gratitude. So you don't need to mentally say, thank you, thank you. You can, but it's not necessary. You can go beyond the mental concepts and have an attitude of gratitude that no longer requires you to continuously say thank you. At the beginning, as you shift, it might be helpful from time to time, but it's no longer necessary. It's just a quiet recognition of the presence of other life forms. And appreciating the little things in your life creates a receptive state of consciousness for good things to come to you. If you see the good that is already in your life, there is a tendency for more good things to come into your life. But you have to start now. There's already the goodness in your life everywhere. You may not be able to see it unless you become still first. To just acknowledge the continuously changing weather, the clouds, that in itself requires some stillness first to see it, to give it attention, and then it helps you also to remain still, to look at the sky and the clouds. We talked about using little moments of walking from here to there, or picking something up, and stillness. Looking at the sky is also a wonderful thing. No matter whether you're in the office or at work, I can only see a tiny fragment of sky through that window, but normally you can see more during the daytime. And that is also anything natural: sky, clouds, plants, flowers, and then anything, just presence, quiet acknowledgement of the richness of the present moment, delighting in the multiplicity of life forms.
Become grateful for what it is that you do have. So if you're starting to try to create change in your life, you want to make sure that you're really focusing on what it is that you do have in your life, so that you feel an energy of gratitude. And an energy of gratitude can really open you up to this incredible capacity to feel more energized, to feel more happy. In any given moment where you feel like, oh, I don't have what I need, or I'm not supported, or things aren't working out, the simple step here is to just say, I am grateful for what I do have. And when we look and we say, I'm grateful for what I do have, we create more of what we want. And the energy of gratitude opens our heart, and it expands our energy, and it makes us a much more wonderful, loving person to be around. And with that loving energy, we begin to attract more into our life. And so we want to really make sure that that energy of gratitude is a very pinnacle part of this miracle worker process, which is that we stay committed and open to what it is that we are here to receive. And we stay committed and grateful for what it is that we have. And so you can begin today just by making a gratitude list and focus on it. And there's so many moments when I think, oh my God, I can't believe I have to do this, or I can't believe I have to get to that. And then I just think about what I'm grateful for, and it just spins me immediately out of the crazy chaos and back into a centered place of love.
You still need a little grace. Some people call it luck, you could call it God, but I really believe that there's the part we do and then there's the part that comes to us. But I do know grace shows up a lot more when you do the first two steps on your own, and grace shows up a lot more when you acknowledge grace in your life, when you acknowledge that I was born in a world where I didn't have to build this internet that I can pull out of my pocket the answer to anything on earth. I am driving on streets I didn't pave. I'm reading books I didn't have to write. That's the gift of our lives. And I think when we experience that grace, we don't just experience more achievement, but we start to experience more fulfillment.